Aloha, it's Jennifer Victoria Bell. I wanted to offer a little bit of energetic acupuncture and as well as share a little bit about the Will Center. I don't know if you know what it is or where it is in your body or why it's important. So I will share a little bit about why that this has been an important center to develop and that actually um, how it is really important for developing your heart and your third eye. So we've been, on a trend for many years, and most people, when they're opening their intuition, wanting to open their third eye first. But in ancient traditions, and actually not just any ancient, not all ancient traditions, I can't even get my words out. What you have to understand is that if you just develop here and you don't develop the other centers, you're actually um, developing and cultivating your energy in a very off balanced way. That we need the will center, which is 2 to 3 finger widths below your navel, in line in your body, and it's just kind of like it doesn't operate exactly as a chakra, and it might not even be shaped as a chakra, but there it is. And so a lot of people connect the will with the solar plexus chakra, but that's actually more about power. That is where your power comes from. It's, if you think about it, it's the fire chakra, so it's the fuel, right? It's this fuel for your system. And I find the sacral chakra, I locate it a little bit lower in the system, just above the pubic bone instead of where the will center is. So the will center is important because we need to have that as an anchored will to live and an anchored will, right, to be in our body and to claim our body. And it's other, you can call it the lower dantian, which is, or the I don't even know what to call that, like the hara people will call it, but this would be in Chinese medicine or even Taoist Chinese medicine. This would be the upper dantian, the heart would be the middle dantian, and the will center is the lower dantian. So they are connected. They're important centers, and it's very important to understand that that the will center, again, it anchors you into your body in a very important way. It helps to, think about firing up your will, right? Your will to even be here, meaning that a lot of times we come into a body, we come into a lifetime, and there may not have been an opportunity to develop even the will to be here. So you get in the body, but sometimes there we need to develop this center. This will center is important. So it's actually, evolutionarily speaking, it's important. It's very important for the heart development as well, and it's important for the third eye development as well. So I've been working on my will center for a very long time. And why? How has that helped me? Basically, it's helped me because I don't give up. Like I could think about Galaxy Quest. Never retreat, never surrender. I forget how it is, but anyway, if you saw that movie. Um, but I don't give up. I keep going. So I might have times where I feel like I want to give up and then I don't. I back up. I easily come back in and focus into my purpose. And so what I'm going to do, if you are all okay with that, is I'm going to offer some energetic acupuncture to your will centers while we're here, and you can internally just say no. You don't have to receive this, but I'm going to begin that transmission to help you feel your will centers a little bit more. All right, so now I'm beginning this transmission of the energetic acupuncture universal light technology, and I'm focusing it on your will centers. That doesn't mean you'll feel it in your will center. You may, even though it's directed there, you might feel other things in your body or around you that might be a little bit more, that might be louder, basically. So let me know how this feels for you, um, and let me know what you're sensing or perceiving or receiving. And my will center started developing when I was very young for a very specific reason. So I've been in that where I had worked on that center earlier, and because I developed that earlier due to life circumstances, um, my heart opened earlier too. And my third eye and my soul star chakra all opened up. All my energy centers, the ones that people didn't even know about yet, opened up at earlier ages, and I had very clear experiences with them. So, how is that feeling for you guys that are here? I don't see any comments, so I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah. So we need to develop that will to claim our health and vitality at this time, to claim our bodies, to claim our energy and light and consciousness. And it will help you if you hi Rachel, aloha. If you've started your journey where you're doing this work, your work has been more on the third eye, and that's actually, like I said, that development is starting there first is actually a little bit detrimental to the system itself and its development and its smooth and easy flow of development. So if you can feel, so I'm offering the energetic acupuncture to everybody's will center right now. Um, oh, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that. Rachel just shared this in her group Manifestation Sanctuary if you're interested in joining her group. So, so let me know if how that feels to if you might, like I said, you might not exactly feel it in the will center, but this is an important center to start um, to be aware of, to bring your um, awareness to. So that's part of the reason I'm doing the energetic acupuncture is to bring your awareness into that center a little bit more. And in Taoism, oh, you've never had, yeah, well, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad you're here then. Um, I have different ways of working with energetic acupuncture. So I'm doing one specific way, but here's another way that you can work with this. I'm going to create a holographic body right now, so I'm asking that to be created. And what you can do is you can ask your body elemental. So this is part of your soul, okay? You have this part of your soul that manages your body we can call it the body elemental. You can ask that part of you to link up with this holographic body, and then I will use a crystalline acupuncture needle. I'm going to start doing that into that will center uh, in that holographic model to the level and to the degree and to the angle that where everyone can tolerate right now. Wow, that's good. Okay. Allison said, I feel it more in my stomach, like a calmness. Beautiful. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. There's this very interesting thing where people think the solar plexus chakra is about your will. No, it's about your power. It's about the fuel, right? And then the will center's lower. It's 2 to 3 finger widths below your navel. And like I said, I locate the sacral chakra lower in lower, like just above the pubic bone. And my body likes the way that feels better. You don't have to accept that model as yours, but that's the model that I work with. So, so let me know how it feels if you've asked your body elemental to connect into this hologram and holographic model of a body, and then to feel that in your own body to help you receive it in your own body. I can do energetic body work too, just so you know. I did post a video on my personal page, a YouTube video of that. But I can do energetic acupuncture and body work. Oh, good. Sonia, beautiful increased feeling from the left foot up through to the heart. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to add in some stuff to support the will center. So I'm going to work with I'm still transmitting it, but I'm going to work with the hologram as well. So I'm going to begin to work on the Earth Star chakra, believe it or not. And let me know how that feels for you all. And I have to thank, well, I'm just thanking the Deva of all body elementals for the support. I'm also thanking the crystalline kingdom because I'm using etheric crystalline needles for everybody. And we're going to needle the soul star chakra as well. And I'm just tuning in to see which needles are being used right now. All right, so I've got the energetic acupuncture going. Oh, good, Rachel's, yay! So I'm transmitting it, and then I'm also, if you want to, for those of you just joining, you can ask your body elemental, which is the part of your soul that manages your body, um, to link up with the holographic body model that I have here for the treatment, to receive the treatment that I already began. And again, that's why I said this is a very important time in our collective to um, be more aware of our body, our energy, our consciousness, our vitality, and understand that you are run by an infinite source of energy. Your soul is also an infinite source of energy, and it is what is running your body. Now, the body itself, it has to sleep. And because we would say, oh, the body, like if we're so infinite and vast and full of love, right? Why do we need to sleep? Why do we get sick? Why do these things happen? Well, one, we need to sleep because we actually have a dream reality that we need to participate in. We need to participate in. That's part of the human system, and it's necessary because if you need that. There's like a subconscious unwinding. The dream realities. You're in the astral realms. It's important for your energy to leave your body and it needs to rest. It needs to actually rest. And it's very interesting as we think about it. Um, it gives our body a chance to regenerate and heal while we are receiving support, right, from other realms, and we bring it back into the body in the morning. And sometimes our eyes need to be closed to the external world, and we need to do it for a length of time to get the most out of that time. Now, why do we get sick? Why do things happen? Sometimes we get sick because it's part of what we wanted to experience in life. So it's purposeful. Sometimes we get sick because we are allowing something else to run the show of this system. And we haven't done this work, right, to claim our vitality and our health and our body and our energy and our light and our consciousness. So usually what's happening is there's something in between, right, that needs to be cleared. And so a lot of what I've been doing for years is helping people clear those areas. And I would say more than ever right now, you need this that kind of work. So if you are worried about your health, if you're worried about getting sick, if you're worried about your immune system, you need to have a session with me. I can help you to help yourself. I can help empower you to recognize these, you know, or just to recognize the signs and signals coming through your body for when you need to, course correct your daily actions of how you nourish your system. So when you say, Allison, your dreams can be so tiring at times, that tells me something. Okay, that tells me that tells me a lot, actually. Um, and it would be good for you to do something more conscious before you go to sleep. Make sure you're not sleeping near any electronic devices. Um, like make sure that you're limiting your screen time. Make sure that you really have a hold of your body and your nervous system and your heart through your awareness, through just tuning into it. Doesn't have to be much harder than that. How are you all feeling with this treatment? How are you guys doing with it? No, I'm gonna another needle. I'm gonna put another needle, and this is gonna work on the high heart. So in between the throat and the heart. I just asked my body elemental to hook up to the treatment, and I'm like, oh, this feels so good. I didn't do that, and now I just did it. And I'm like, oh, that feels so much better. I feel so much better. And the focus is to get you, this focus of this treatment is to get you to be more aware of your will center. Be more aware of your body. Sometimes, like, so when I'm really working on the will center, I, you know, it's a very interesting sensation for me because um, I'll just put it this way. I have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart, which means every planet in Sagittarius, do you think about it's like 24 horsepower if we think about it astrologically. And I literally I can feel that movement. It feels like, horses running and running and running and has that feel of like I can run free wherever I want on this earth. It's the feeling I have there. Oh, good. Sonia says flushing the lymphatic system. Oh, good, Allison. Yeah. Then once you start doing that, let me know how it goes. Um, but just that's how it feels. There's a if you've ever had any lifetimes as warriors, it's easy to tune into your will center. If you've had a lot of them, it's easier to tune into your will center. If you've had lives where you've done a lot of shamanic practices of merging, it's usually easier to tune into your will center, and I've had a lot of that. So for me, I'm gonna step back from the holographic thing because it's like, like it literally, if I tune into my will center, if it had a sound, and you can do that, you can tune into your will center and see if it has a sound. It's like very, you can see if it has a sound. So this is the whole point, right? This is the point. And I want to go back to tell you a little bit more as you're tuning into the treatment you're receiving. My will center developed early because One, I could see spirit from a young age, and I could see that not all spirits um, were there to help, that some were there to harm. And two, um, I had experiences with my brother and father that were uh, pretty violent. They weren't a lot, like it wasn't like someone who's hit every day, but they were explosive experiences. There's probably about three or four. Three. No, okay. No, four, sorry. And during those moments when those things were happening, I had to, at a very young age, decide if I was going to let those people hit me, and my brother's 8 years older than I am, by the way, or if I was going to fight back. And because my will center was so it was already developed in other lifetimes, that was it. There was no thought. It was just do it. And um, so it's a very important to understand that and then I had to like really figure out what that was and why, because why that would happen, and also to know that there was spirit involvement that was impacting my brother and my father as well. And so I love them. I have no ill will towards them, and my father's passed, my brother's alive, and I absolutely, I love them both, and I have no issue, meaning like with that. I'm sharing that because it was actually very helpful for me. If I hadn't had those experiences, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have looked for some answers, right? So it doesn't mean that you need the will center to be able to physically defend yourself. What it means is that you need it right now to help you harmonize everything you've developed here, and to be more balanced in your system, and so that you begin to develop a stronger relationship with your own physical body and the part of your soul that is managing it. So you get more clear guidance as to what to eat, what time to go to sleep, what kind of exercise does your body want to do? Does it want to dance? Does it want to run? Does it want to, push-ups, wall squats, whatever it is, you know, does it want to pull a car down the road? Whatever it wants to do within reason, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start to take the needles out of the model, and I'm actually going in reverse order. So I'm going to take these needles out. Taking the one out of the will center is very interesting. Okay. And I'm going to dissolve this holographic model. So you can pull your awareness back because, um, you can ask your body elemental to come back to you, because I've finished with doing the energetic acupuncture using the holographic model and using the crystalline needles. And so let me know how that feels now that part of that using that style of energetic acupuncture is finished. And I'm still transmitting the energetic acupuncture universal light technology. So I'm running that on an open fashion, so you can internally say no if you don't want to receive that. But I'm going to open that up a little bit more for this energetic acupuncture transmission so that it's more geared towards whatever you need specifically, without me having to tune in. So if I was in a one-on-one session with you, I would ask for permission to connect to your soul and and to your body elemental, and then just so I could see what, if we were on Zoom, so I could get a diagnostic of what possibly might need to be shifted, or what, to help me help you. And then I would ask you questions because sort of diagnosis. And and I would do this. I could either transmit the treatment, use a holographic model, or do both. But part of the reason that I'm starting to do this, I've developed another way to do this energetic acupuncture. I have learned another way besides this, but I've developed my own way to do this. And I was using this even when I had in-person acupuncture people, um, because what I would do is I saw one person an hour. There are other acupuncturists, I see 4 people an hour. I just wasn't that way because I would be using sometimes essential oils or flower essences on points. Oh, we're going to do something. Now that I said that, interesting. We're going to play a little bit. And then there would be times I knew the person needed me to move away, like give them space to process. But I could, from my desk, still put in I could tweak the needles from my desk, the physical needles, because I know how to work with energy, and I actually know how to work with energy in a way that has a lot of integrity. And then I also could just put in, or put in an energetic needle. But what I can do now is with the energetic acupuncture transmission going on, um, we're going to add in a little something. So we're going to add in an essential oil for everybody, as like it would be like having an acupuncture treatment with an essential oil. And I'm just tuning in to see which we're going to do. One oil, and no, and there's a lot of oils to choose from, so I'm asking which oil. Oh, we're going to do lavender. So the energetic acupuncture transmission is still going, so tune into your body and your breath and your energy to receive it. And if you don't want it, just internally say no. And now we're going to transmit some, I'm just thanking the Deva of lavender, lavender essential oil as part of the energetic acupuncture transmission. So it'd be interesting to see if any of you start to smell something or feel like this shift in this energetic acupuncture transmission. And though the Deva of lavender is telling me to share why lavender, right? um, So, lavender is actually very protective. It's a very protective oil. And this is not, and lavender comes in from different areas. Like, so there are this is more of a high Alps lavender. So this lavender is grown at higher elevations and gets more sun exposure. So it's actually more, oh, you can taste the lavender. Awesome, Sonia. So this lavender has more concentrated sun in it, which is important for us. And like I said, it's relaxing and it's protective because lavender essential oil based on Chinese medicine works a lot on the liver. It's where we would focus this. So we're getting this strengthening protection for the body as well as relaxation at the same time. And if you yeah, the liver in Chinese medicine has some relation to the nervous system. So just let me know how that feels. So it's like as if all the needles in this energetic acupuncture transmission, all of them, but a few of them, are being switched to like as if we're infusing lavender right into the points. Okay. Because they're actually telling me some of the points that you got that are going that are being stimulated through this transmission, and like 40 is one of them. Oh yeah, you can open up the lavender oil and breathe it in, of course, and Rachel, and then just thank it, thank it for supporting you. And stomach 40 is it's called bountiful bulge, but it actually transforms phlegm in your system and mucus. Okay, so that seems to be a common point that people are receiving through this treatment. And liver 14, which is just under the ribs. Like not all of you are getting these points, but I'm mentioning them. They're being told to mention these specific ones. And I've got to see. This is hard. It's hard because this is one of the bladder points. So there are points on the back. There are a series of bladder points in the back. Some are closer to the spine, some are further away from the spine. These are a little bit closer to the spine, and it's bladder 14 through 17. So 14, 15, 16, and 17. And we'll leave it at that. So just tune in, like if you've just joined, I'm running an energetic acupuncture transmission. I've added lavender into some of those points of this energetic acupuncture transmission. And if you don't want to receive it, you can just say no because I'm honoring free will. And just let me know how it feels. So the best thing you can do is just close your eyes and tune into your body and your breath and see how it feels. And I'm kind of, because transmission, the support I have for the transmission will speak to me. Oh, neutralizing hunger, nice. So if you have cravings, this could be a good treatment you can come back to. And for me, this is fun for me. I really love doing this kind of stuff, this kind of work. And like I said, I developed a lot of this many years ago before I had even started doing a lot more energy healing because I was, again, like this whole time I've been practicing, I've been being very present to myself, to the person, to the environment, kind of like the treatment energy in a way. Um, and so it made a difference in how I worked with people. And so I developed different ways of working with people, some energetic, some hands-on, and that to me is what it says, and what I want to say is that the healing is more important to me, that the fact that the healing happens or the healing space is harmonized and can just unfold is more important to me than um, following a model or a system or being right, basically, or proving what I know. So that's why this to me is very joyful for me, and I can feel how like the treatment like going a little deeper now. I don't know if you can feel that. Yeah, acupuncture can be done remotely. Yes. I've been doing remote acupuncture for a long time, even while I was sitting in my office, because I know you joined a little bit later, but when I had in-person people, I saw one person at a time, and then I, you'd have to give people space. So I actually had a very large office, so I'd sit at my desk, and they'd be on the other side of this, big, really nice curtain, actually. And and so I would tweak I could actually work on, if I had to move the needles, I could energetically do it from my desk, or I could do something energetic using an energetic needle from my desk while the person had their own space to be in to relax and just let the healing space unfold. Oh, good. Sonia saw the body treatment. I did put a YouTube up on my page that has the energetic body work transmission. So if you want to check that out, because I can do energetic body work and energetic acupuncture. Yeah, it's just I can just feel it going even a little bit deeper, and then the lavender is actually coming out now. So it, the lavender is done with its part of this energetic acupuncture transmission, and we're adding in some lemon to the energetic acupuncture transmission. So it's like getting needled by lemon essential oil. And I'm thanking the Deva of lemon. So lemon can also works on the liver. So obviously we have some stress going on. And lemon, lemon is a little uplifting, right? And any citrus essential oils, you just have to smell them, right? Really just have to smell. You don't have to put them on you. Smelling them is more important. I've done a little video on this. Any citrus essential oils, because you have to peel them open, right? They peel away layers of consciousness. So this could be helping to help you peel away consciousness that's not serving you, and then opening a new way of feeling or thinking or being or perceiving yourself and the world. We're also getting a little bit of pine, because pine trees, what do? They're right. Pine trees help you find that upright chi, that chi that helps you stand up for yourself, that helps keep your spine in alignment. And that pine is kind of going more towards, it's interesting, it's going more towards these points like on your head, upper body, and then actually a few on the feet, with the lemon more centered in the middle. Oh, Sonny said again, a detox. She's feeling slimming with lemon. Is a new diet. I love that, Sonia. Thank you. And so, Allison, orange is interesting. So, because there's sweet orange, there's tangerine. Orange is, I'll tell you about orange essential oil, even though so this is energetic acupuncture with essential oils, and you're also getting energetic needles. Um, but orange essential oil, if you were to smell it 24 hours a day, for 2 months straight, you can go into a catatonic stupor. You could bring your consciousness to such an internal state that you will not. The grapefruit doesn't do this, Sherry. Um, Only orange does this. It will bring you into a catatonic stupor if you smell it 24 hours a day for 2 months. Uh, I'm sure there's a little wiggle room in that, but that comes from Taoism, just so you know. And so orange is very soothing, especially sweet orange, which is very safe for children, not just orange. Grapefruit, yeah, I like grapefruit, but we're working with lemon and pine right now, and acupuncture. Yeah, any citrus oils, lime, grapefruit, bergamot, um, orange, tangerine, all those, they help you to peel away layers of consciousness, to release the old consciousness and birth the new. Maybe you guys didn't know I knew so much about stuff. I know a lot about a lot. I don't talk about it a lot because I'm more, little bit more focused on getting people to connect with their soul, but I realize that soul through the body, but the body needs some support right now. Um, it's an important place to to be present, because that's what helps you be more present to your soul, truthfully, and to your purpose, and to all those wonderful things, and soul lineages, and traveling interdimensionally. You've got to be in the body to do that, actually. So, okay, so the whole thing is coming to a close. We're coming to a close with the entire transmission. I'm thanking the Deva Pine, and I'm closing down the entire transmission now. If you just joined now, you can go back to the beginning and receive it, or you can go on my page. I put up a YouTube video, my personal page, of the energetic body work that I did in my group, that you can watch that video as well. So thank you. I mean, thank you everyone who shared their experience. I really appreciate it. And if you still want to share your experience, like if you watch the replay, or you're just kind of you just were receiving it and now you're integrating and you want to share, please feel free to share your experience and tag me when you comment below. And I just want to say again how important it really is to understand that no one has a right to your body, um, and no one has a right to put anything in your body. And I know that the current state of affairs look the way that they look, but we need to start looking at different places to find the truth. But we need to operate from this truth of understanding that any person or system that is interested in forcing us to ingest things that aren't good for us, to inject us with things that aren't good for us, to um, basically make us feel helpless and fearful. I would say that we need that those aren't good systems. Those aren't systems that are trying to support us. And it's important that we tune into our bodies, that we come to this place of health and vitality and claiming your body. It's important. And understanding more about what nurtures and supports your body. And if you are interested in having any of these sessions, if you want an energetic bodywork or energetic acupuncture session with some, we could have transmissions of flower essences or essential oils or even crystals during those sessions, and some intuitive um, insights woven in, or basically maybe you will get some intuitive insights on your own, most likely woven in during those sessions. So yeah, reach out to me and let me know if you're interested in that. So lots of love and aloha to you all. Bye.